Hi there everybody and welcome along to another Big Quiz Night In. We are live here on Facebook and a very good evening to you all if you are watching live. And we'll be doing 3 quiz rounds again this evening with a picture round to come at the end of the night as well, as we do every Thursday and every Sunday during the pandemic. This started life as a pub quiz at the King's Head and Bell in Abingdon, but of course thanks to the pandemic we had to shift and we've moved it to an online version instead, which is why we're open to the whole of the world. If you want to join in wherever you are, please do click the share button, like and subscribe, follow, do all that good stuff wherever you're watching this evening. But do bear in mind, if you're watching in a watch party on Facebook live, I will not be able to see you comment, nor will I know that you're watching. So do, if you're watching live, come over to the main page instead. Tonight, as we do every Sunday, it is what we call Sophia Sundays, because we are supporting our nominated charity local to the Didcot, Oxfordshire, Milton Keynes kind of area. That's Sophia's Community Food Larder. So we'll be sharing the link very soon for you to donate to them. And yeah, it's great to see some people joining already, nice and early. We do start at about 8 o'clock, give or take a few minutes, probably closer to 8:05. So if you are watching a repeat viewing of this, skip ahead another 10 minutes or so until you get to the first proper questions. The first round of the evening is going to be potluck, and the way this quiz works is very simple. It's a fun community-based quiz night. There's no pressure to submit your answers to me. All you need to do is make a note of them, and then at the end of each round I'll offer some repeats to those watching live, and then we'll go through the answers. You mark your own, and then if you are watching live you can put in the comments what your scores are for each round. So as always, as I like to do when we first kick off, I like to share the link across various other places in Facebook land. So I'll be doing that as we welcome some people, and then I can get to all your comments. And yeah, I'll be sharing this just now. There we go. Let's get this link out there. Let me know in the comments how you're doing. How's your weekend been? What are you drinking this evening while I share this out there? And so yeah, and then I can start responding to you all and welcoming you all properly. Hopefully we'll have all our regular teams turn up, and maybe, just maybe, we'll have some new folk here who haven't watched along before. Do let me know in the comments if you are one of those people. It'd be great to have some new people joining this evening. And yeah, again, we've always got lots of things to talk about. As it's Sunday, I'm going to be talking about the second of our pizza posts, which means that you have the chance, if you're a top fan of the group, you can be in a chance to win yourself a free pizza from the King's Head and Bell if you do live local to the Abingdon area. Because we are a pub quiz that have spun off from that pub, they are offering a free pizza every week to one lucky fan. So I'll be explaining that a little bit later. Once we get a few more people on. So after 8 o'clock we'll move on to that one. Yeah, I think that's about it for now though. Hello to you all. I am now looking at the comments. I've shared the quiz everywhere I need to, so I can close all those down, and let's see who we got. So Tad's here, welcome along Tad. Sue as well, that's the donuts are here. Hi to Diva, Jacqueline, welcome. Rachel's here as well. Hello, Rachel, representing team Keep Calm and Listen In. They had another great show earlier today. Or James doing well. Welcome to Chippy, and Thunderhorse are assembling. So oi oi, he says. Yeah, welcome Chippy. Aaron's here. Good evening from Monty's Minions. Sarah from Back in Black, welcome. Vanessa says hi, welcome to you. And who else have we got? Half a dozen will be here. They are assembling. Welcome, Vernia. Mags says that Mags and Alex are here. Hello. Will Abby be doing the pizza draw? Yes, she will be, but that will be on Thursdays. The actual draw is on Thursdays. So every Sunday I will put the post in the top fan group, and on that Facebook post will be the same kind of pizza pictures from the pub that I shared last week. I'm going to do that every Sunday, and when you see that, you've got until midnight Wednesday to like that post, and again it will be in the top fan group. So if you're not in that private Facebook group, you need to find your way in there, and also be prepared to either if you live locally to the pub or want to donate it to somebody who lives locally to the pub, then you can like that post to tell me that you want to get involved in the draw. So yes, she'll be doing that every Thursday. Abby's my daughter, by the way, in case nobody knew that. She'll be doing the draw every Thursday for the foreseeable future, and providing she's a good girl as well, of course. There is that caveat I can now hold over her. So yeah, she'll be drawing names out of the hat, picking the winner every week. So yes, look forward to that on Thursday. Paranus are here, aka Anna and Matt. Welcome. Who else have we got joining this evening? We're up to 30 people. I'd love to get a few more people joining these live shows. It's an unfortunate trend. The last maybe 2 or 3, we've dipped below the 100 mark, 100 devices. So I don't know why that is. I don't know why that is. Maybe it's something I can do to bring people back in. But we've got over 1,100 followers of the group, so I would very much like to push the live numbers up. But do let me know if you watch repeats of these and you don't watch the live shows. Just drop me a message so I know that you enjoy them as a repeat. I know some people have done before. So if you are watching this as a repeat, don't be shy. Drop me a message and just say, hey, I like what you're doing. I like the quiz. And just let me know. I'd love to know more about the people that watch repeats because I don't often get to talk to those people directly. House Wino's on the beer tonight. Black Sheep as usual. Nice. Evening to Tony from Marbella. Good evening, mate. I hope you are well. I am also on the beer tonight. I'm on the King Goblin. So brace yourselves. 6.6%. But most excitingly is what I'm using to drink that beer. I'm not going to take a sip until just gone 8 o'clock, I think. I'll wait till more people are online. If you haven't seen the video yet, I've done my first ever unboxing video. Because I kindly received a gift and I thought it'd be fun to share that with you all. Yeah, hi to Jason. Hope you're doing well, mate. But yeah, I'll reveal the vessel I'm using to drink that beer in just a moment. In case you haven't seen that video, it's up on the page for all to see, and some of you I know have. So yeah, first round will be potluck, 15 questions and general knowledge. I did advertise earlier on we'll be doing a sport round tonight as well, so that'll be round number 2, and then I'll tell you about round number 3 later on if you're not a top fan and haven't seen that yet. And our picture round as well will be shared once the live show finishes. Sarah says she's on the cider. No change there. I actually bought cider for my wife today. She fancies something a bit different, so I bought her some pear cider. Good evening to June. Welcome along. Welcome, June. Lovely to have you with us again. Guys, if you are a follower or if you do use other forms of social media, you can see in the background here I'm advertising the fact that I'm on Instagram and on Twitter and on Limor at BigQuizNightIn. On Instagram, I've been sharing these really fun pictures lately, and I've been teasing them on the Top Fan group and on the main page as well, where I've taken my digital avatar from Samsung that they created of me, and then putting that into different situations. So replacing somebody famous in a movie scene, or putting them in a random location around the world and asking you where I am or what this is. And yeah, that's been a lot of fun. In fact, I'm enjoying that far too much. So please do, if you're on Instagram, follow me at BigQuizNightIn and get involved in those pictures, because I'm having a lot of fun putting them together and getting some nice reactions from people on it too. Hi to Maddie Cat Lady, welcome. Slowly creeping up in numbers wise, 48, almost at 50 devices watching along, hopefully way more than 50 people that means. And we've got about 5 minutes, well 4 minutes to 8 now, so a few more minutes to go. Can you all see as well, I've put the Sophia logo up here now. I did this whole all these logos that I've got up here now. I started that last week, so on Thursday I had the Secret Santa logo up there. So for those who weren't there on Thursday, I started it then, but I've got the Sophia one up there now. I'm sure you can see it all clearly like last time. It's about the same as before. So yeah, that's some fun I've been having with the Facebook frames, they're called. Hi to Jack, welcome mate. Inquisitors are here. Scottish contingent finishing the wine from dinner. Lovely. Absolutely lovely. Yeah, I'm on King Goblin tonight, as I mentioned earlier on. 3 more minutes to go till 8 o'clock. Let me share, and I'll do this again throughout the evening, the link to Sophia's fundraiser. There we go. Oh, I need to switch over to the Big Quiz account as well. For the next one, yes, there we go. So there's the link. If anybody wants to donate before we start, that's fine. Gemma Crew are here, welcome to you. And we're almost at 60 devices now watching, that's great. We're creeping up slowly but surely. Most people know I don't start till 5 past anyway, so I really want to have a sip of that beer. I think I may do that now and show you all the glass I'm using. Devisers Duo, getting brains in gear. Welcome to Tony. So sorry you're having problems with the old Patreon app, Tony. I'd love to be able to help you out more with that, because I do want to be in touch with the Patreons through it more often, and it's no good if people are unable to read them. That's not what I want. So yeah, I hope you can figure it out at some point, but great to have you here anyway. Phoenix is here on time for a change. Welcome, Amy. How are things in Phoenix? We've had a mix of weather, although apparently, and I saw some lovely pictures, we had an incredible double rainbow across Abingdon yesterday, I think it was. Amazing pictures I've seen coming out of that. That's a few miles away from me. I'm in the next town over. But yeah, we've had a bit of hail, a bit of rain, and a bit of sunshine, and I'm sure in Phoenix it's absolutely boiling again though, isn't it? Hi to Tracy. Good evening, Tracy. Who we got? Honey, and Honey Jones says Emma and I here, and I even convinced my parents to watch. Fantastic. That's what I like to see. Getting more family involved. What else are you going to do on an evening? Hey, what else could you be doing other than watching somebody else on the screen doing something else? Let's have some fun. Why not? Hi to Robert. Another Patreon has arrived. Good evening to you, Robert. Hope you liked your little quiz. James Bailey is watching. Welcome to you, James. James is working with a friend of his on a logo. If you want to do your own quiz team logo, please do submit them to me. Just make up whatever picture you want as a quiz team logo and I'll add it to our page's quiz team logos photo album. There's loads on there already. It's just for fun. There's no prizes or anything. It's just for a laugh. But if you've got a quiz team name that you use regularly, make up a funny picture, logo, whatever you want to do for it and send it to me. And then I'll put it in the group and share it with everybody. There's loads in there already. Doom Radleys are here, and the two amigos are here as well. Real friends have arrived too. Welcome along to you all. There's definitely some teams that are here that haven't sent me their quiz team logos yet. No pressure, but I would like to see some more submitted. Quizdle, Tips, and Alistair reporting for duty. Gosh, you've got to stop changing your team name. Oh man, I really want to have a Pete and Jenny team quiz team logo in the album, but I can't do that. If you keep changing your team name, you're never going to settle on one, are you? Although it is funny. Let's get quizzical here, going to multitask and quiz while we're eating dinner. That's the spirit, absolutely. You do that. No pressure on submitting your scores if you don't want to, then if you're too busy munching. Although to be fair, you probably have finished by the time that I get through the first round. Right, we've hit 8 o'clock. Time to show you. You can't quite tell because I'm drinking a darker beer, but this is the one from the unboxing video earlier on for the first time on camera. The more I drink, the more you're going to see of the Thunder Horse team logo on my glass. Thunder Horse, thank you so much for that. I have used it for the last 3 days straight. No lie. Every weekend, whenever I have a beer now, that's going to be the glass it's in. Absolutely well chuffed with that. Good evening to Charlotte Parkinson. Charlotte, you, as we spoke earlier on, you are very lucky indeed. You get yourselves not one but 2 little quizzes because you were one of the winners of Play Your Cards Right. We'll do another one of those again soon, but because of that, you get yourself an extra little quiz. So thank you and well done for that. I look forward to doing those for you. No spoilers to anybody what the subjects are. Oxford and Phoenix Collective have arrived, and evening to David Drake as well. Welcome along. We are at 82. Okay, so we're already almost more than what we had on Thursday. And yeah, Charlotte, it is. It's so thoughtful. Honestly, I don't ask for anything. I really don't. You know I don't. If you watch regularly, I just do this for the community side of it and to help everybody out. But really, but I was, yeah, totally blown away by that. So thank you again, Thunder Horse. It's awesome. So potluck is round number 1 for those of you who just joined us, and let me share the link one more time for Sophia. I was down at Sophia again today. They had a week off and now they're back working hard again to give out these boxes of food for everybody. They're donated by the manufacturers, the food manufacturers directly, alternatively given from supermarkets as well. And they help out hundreds, well thousands, let's be honest. I think it was 7,500 the last time I heard a count from them. 7,500 boxes of food across Oxfordshire and Milton Keynes going out to help vulnerable people, but also indeed anybody at all that needs some extra food to top up their groceries and perhaps reduce the amount of times they have to go out to the shop. You can just go and collect food from them at their various different food larders across Oxfordshire and Milton Keynes. So they're doing some amazing work, but they need our help because it's totally free for all the members at this time through the pandemic, and they're relying on donations. So as I say every week, if you can give any money at all towards what I'm doing here, I ask that you give to the nominated charity of each quiz. But then on top of that, if you do want to help out as well, I recently set up my own Patreon, which means you pay a very small monthly fee depending on what level you want to join at. Choose the right tier for you. There's lots of different options. But if you do that, you help to support me and I give you exclusive rewards in return. Such as a Patreon exclusive quiz night, which I'm going to do once a month. That's booked in for Tuesday 23rd. And your own little quiz once a month as well is another option as well. So I'll keep giving you little tips about that throughout the evening as always. Cross Atlantic have arrived. We're going to send you a black mug, Jason says. Simples. Okay. Fair enough. Barking dogs have now all assembled. Welcome, Bill. Cold Confusion are in the place. Welcome again. Yes, Cross Atlantic too. Let me see who else is here. Owen says, love my pizza from the King's Head and Bell. Also had a really good burger from them too. Can definitely recommend their takeaway. Yes, Owen was our first ever winner on Thursday's quiz of the free pizza from the King's Head and Bell. They've opened up a new takeaway. That's where the quiz is normally at. They do amazing food there, as Owen is now attesting to. And yeah, you can win a free pizza as well. After the quiz, I'm going to post in the top fan group the pizza post. And on that pizza post, all you need to do is click the like button if you want to be in with a chance to win it. The draw will then take place on Thursday's quiz. So I'll post it tonight. You've got until midnight Wednesday to like that post in the top fan group. If you do that, I'll put you in the draw. And then on Thursday's quiz, all the names will be in a hat, and my daughter will come on and draw one out at random like she did on Thursday just gone, which went really well, and she was very happy with all the lovely comments that she got. So thank you all for that. So yeah, I'll be posting that afterwards. If you want to get into the top fan group, this is the last thing I'll say before the potluck round starts. To enter the top fan group, you need to get a top fan badge from Facebook. If you're lucky enough to get that, let me know and I will send you the link if I don't notice beforehand. Alternatively, you could win Play Your Cards Right, which is again something you can see on the page every now and then I'll be posting. And then the third way is to be a Patreon at any level. If you're a Patreon member, I can then send you the link and you can join the top fan group. Those are the three ways you can be in the draw. Vanessa says, oh my God, I bought a dog crate from someone in Emsworth. Oh yes, you have some connections to where David's from. Okay, I see. Lots of you saying good evening to each other. That's very nice of you. Nice to see lots of different people getting along with other quiz attendees and lots of regular names cropping up. And we're at 89 viewers. So let's make a start then with the first round of the evening. Potluck, general knowledge, 1 point for each correct answer unless otherwise stated. Here we go with question number 1. Who famously lives at 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue in Washington, D.C.? Who famously lives at 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue in Washington, D.C.? That is question number 1. Welcome to Yorkshire Puds and Inquisitors, and evening to the Six-Fingered Freaks. You're just in time. I hope you just heard that first question. I can, of course, do repeats of questions at the end of the round, so let me know at that point if you need it. So that was question 1. Question 2 is for 3 points. All right, question number 2. Louisville, Albuquerque, and Baltimore are the most populated cities in which American states? Louisville, Albuquerque, and Baltimore are the most populated cities in which American states? 1 point for each. Oh, up to 96, 95. Oh, somebody's had enough already. Oh dear. Okay. I wonder what I said. Okay, question number 3 now. In which European countries can you visit Disneyland, Die Efteling, and Europa Park? 1 point for each again. In which European countries can you visit Disneyland, Die Efteling, and Europa Park? 1 point for each. Okay. Oh, Honey says you missed out Alex. He says hi too. Okay. That's okay. No worries there. All right, your next question then, guys. Question number 4. Who is fifth in line for the British throne? Who is fifth in line for the British throne? I haven't seen if the old King's Head and Bell are actually watching tonight. They normally do make an appearance. Let me know if you are there, guys. In fairness, since they're open for takeaways, they might not be able to join very often. I'm not sure what time they would normally close, but I see they've been doing pretty well. So good luck to them. To finally be able to open their doors again is a good thing. Especially when you see how good their food is, right? Question 5 now. Question 5. Is a Danish landrace a type of dog, a type of pig, or a cheese? Is a Danish landrace a type of dog, a type of pig, or a type of cheese? It's spelled exactly as it sounds. Landrace. Landrace, all one word. Is it a dog, a pig, or a cheese? Choose one, please. Right. Your next question then, guys. Question number 6 now. Question 6. What do American citizens call what we call an aubergine, a caretaker, and a drawing pin? What do American citizens call what we call an aubergine, a caretaker, and a drawing pin? Noticed over the last few quizzes that we're incorporating more American trivia into our quiz rounds. I mean, they normally include a fair little bit anyway, but I'm trying to do a little bit more than normal because we do have more of an international series of viewers now. So yeah, trying to do what we can. Your next question then, guys, is for question 7. Who is the only musician to have been awarded a Nobel Prize for Literature? Who is the only musician to have been awarded a Nobel Prize for Literature? Do we have James on, by the way, to Rachel? Do we have James on of Keep Calm, Listen In? Is he watching, or is it Sundays he likes to have the day off or the evening off and then he goes on Thursdays? I get mixed up. Let me know in the comments when you got a moment. It was a good show from what I heard of today. The charts from 1995, top singles of 1995, and the top albums as well. Some great songs. I did share it. I don't know if anybody else had a moment to look in. It was good fun. Question number 8 now for 2 points. If you were born with the world's most common first name and surname, what would your name be? 1 point for each. If you were born with the world's most common first name and surname, what would your name be? Yeah, you're not sure. I don't think he's watching now. I'm sure he would have made himself known if he was. Yeah, was a great show. It's nice that he's going to do the occasional shows still. Okay, question number 9 now. Question number 9. Sarcophilus harrisi is the real name of which Looney Tunes character? Sarcophilus harrisi, I'll put it in the comments, is the real name of which Looney Tunes character? Sarcophilus harrisi. Well, harrisii, I should say. Yeah, Sarcophilus harrisii. That's it. There is something new behind me, by the way. For those of you who play along with the spot the difference thing, there is something new on the shelves back there. Keep an eye out for that. Let me know in the comments if you can spot anything different. I have added to it again. Our growing collection of random toys and things. All right, question number, where are we now? Question number 10. One for the scientists. For 5 points, the chemical symbols of which 5 elements spell the phrase scum twat when placed next to each other? The chemical symbols of which 5 elements spell the phrase scum twat when placed next to each other? 1 point for each. We'll see if there's a different way of doing it as well, I'm sure, with the scientists we have watching. The penguin. There is no penguin back there. I thought you'd like that. Yeah. Dr. Zoidberg, how very dare you, Naomi? That is Admiral Akbar. I can understand why you made that mistake. Now, all the crocheted characters back here, these are all Skittles, a Skittle set of Star Wars characters that my wife made. They're not new though, no. Honey says, I invited my parents to this because there was no bad language. Well, that's the only one you're going to get. That's the only one you're going to get. And I don't write all these questions. I work for a company that provides them, and that was the one they provided for this round. So my apologies, but that is the only one you're going to get, I promise. So much so I won't even say it when I repeat the answer and question later on. Please spell, hang on a minute. You don't need me to spell those words. Literally, it sounds as it sounds. It's spelled as it sounds. Okay. SCUMTWAT. Is it 4 symbols? No, it's 5. It's 5. Imagine it was all one word, all right? I'm not telling you how to separate them. It's definitely 5. Question 11 now, question 11. In the literary world, what were Dr. Watson, Dr. Frankenstein, and Dr. Jekyll's first names? There is, Charlotte, yes, it is close to Bob Ross. In fact, you can probably only make out 2, but just over my shoulder. But there are 3 new additions to it, all close together. Question 11 once more. In the literary world, what were Dr. Watson, Dr. Frankenstein, and Dr. Jekyll's first names? 1 point for each. I don't know how easily you'll make these new additions out, to be honest. I think there's a certain person watching who I know will be a fan of what is back there, though. Your next question is question number 12, and it's another 3-pointer. Put these chili peppers into the correct order with the hottest first. The Naga Viper, the Carolina Reaper, and the Moruga Scorpion. Put these chili peppers into the correct order with the hottest first. The Naga Viper, the Carolina Reaper, and the Moruga Scorpion. 1 point for each, assuming they're in the correct order. Yes, Bill. And Tracy, yes, you're both getting there. So Tracy can see a very small wrestler right here. There are not 1, not 2, but 3 of them. So there are 3 small little wrestler figures right there. And Bill, you're right, they are on a ladder. Yeah, I'll show you in a minute. I kind of posed them in such a way, but it's pretty small, so you can't really make it out. But hey, I'll show you in a moment. Oh, you, Gabriella and Charlotte looked up the Bob Ross, but it was sold out. Oh, bless. Yeah, it was a very limited edition thing, I believe. Can't remember where my wife got it from now. Some kind of giveaway I think she saw on Facebook, maybe. So yeah, there would be. I mean, in fairness, if you go to Bricklink, the website Bricklink, you could probably order either it or the individual parts and build it yourself from Bricklink. It's a great website. It's a pro tip there. If you really love your Lego or you're trying to find some Lego that's hard to track down, go to Bricklink, just Google that and go to that site, and you can order individual bricks of Lego from individual sets if you really wanted to, or complete sets that might not have the box with them, for a very cheap rate. So it's a great way to get cheap Lego. I've done a few sets that way. So you might be able to find it there if it's sold out in shops and stuff. It is a Toy Story t-shirt, yeah. I'll show you in a moment. I've worn it before, but I'll show you again in a minute. Right, question 13. True or false, on average, women blink twice as often as men? True or false, on average, women blink twice as often as men? And I bet as soon as I read that, you all started blinking a lot. Right, my t-shirt. You won't be able to read the writing because it'll be backwards because of the Facebook camera, but spoiler alert for Toy Story 2. Emperor Zurg saying I am your father to Buzz Lightyear. Tonight you're drinking Tsingtao and wishing Chaba Thai was open. Oh, that's a lovely lager, that is, yes. It was a sad day, says Gabriella. Well, yeah, like I said, if you go to Bricklink, I reckon you'll be able to find it. Yeah, I reckon you'll be able to find it. I may even have a look myself and I'll let you know if I spot it. Right, question number 14 in Potluck. Who are the 3 most recent Prime Ministers of the United Kingdom who did not attend Oxford or Cambridge universities? Who are the 3 most recent Prime Ministers of the United Kingdom who did not attend Oxford or Cambridge universities? 1 point for each. Oh, you think that's where you were? Okay. Oh, fair enough, Charlotte. Yeah, do double check that, because normally with Bricklink you can buy individual bits from different sellers quite easily if you know the what you're after. But yeah, it's definitely a collector's item if you're a fan of Bob Ross. It's very cool. I used to have one of the Stig from Top Gear when that was first popularised on a keyring. So I used to love that, and then the keyring broke. And then I lost it. Sucks. But anyway, that's another story. Question 15 then, your final question in the potluck round. Name the 3 most recent vice presidents of the USA. Name the 3 most recent vice presidents of the USA for another 3 points. Let me know in the comments if you need anything repeated. I'll gladly do that for you, and then we'll go through the answers. You can mark your own and then just put the team scores in the comments if you wish to share them. And if you don't worry. Those who do will celebrate the winners and commiserate with those who didn't do so well. But remember, this is just for fun. Let me know if you want any repeated. Let me show you this while you're doing that as well. So you got Edge, you got John Cena, and you got Randy Orton. And it was kind of like that. That'll probably mean a lot to Tracy. But yeah, so I know she likes her wrestling. I'll leave it like that. Okay, yes, it includes now, the current one for question 15. So let's have a look at what you want repeated. Yes, definitely the current vice president I'm including there. Right, 2 and 3, 2, 1, 1, 2 and 3. Yeah, Tracy says ladder match, love it. I thought you'd like that. I was suddenly inspired when you said in the top fan group that you like to wrestling, and I was like, oh, I added Vince McMahon at the back there last week, and then or week before even now, I thought I could add in those figures now as well, so I did. Right, questions 1, 2, and 3 I will do. I think that's it for now. Oh, and question 4. Right, so question 1. Who famously lives at 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue in Washington, D.C.? Question 2. Louisville, Albuquerque, and Baltimore are the most populated cities in which American states? That's for 3 points there, 1 point for each. Question number 3. In which European countries can you visit Disneyland, Die Efteling, and Europa Park? 1 point for each there as well. 3 different European countries. And question 4, who is 5th in line for the British throne? Right, some more repeats. Let's keep going then. 5 and 6. Okay, so question 5, is a Danish landrace a type of dog, a pig, or a cheese? Question 6, what do American citizens call what we call an aubergine, a caretaker, and a drawing pin? 7, 9, and 10, because I've done the others there for Emma. I've done 3 and 5 already. 7, 9, and 10. Right, 7 was, who is the only musician to have been awarded a Nobel Prize for Literature? 9 was, Sarcophilus harrisii is the real name of which Looney Tunes character? And number 10, the chemical symbols of which 5 elements spell the phrase I'm going to put in the comments when placed next to each other? The chemical symbols of which 5 elements spell that phrase in the comments. It's not normally that rude, by the way, to those who are new tonight. Question, do we have any more? Yeah, I know, Chippy, I know. Stuff I have to read out in these quizzes. Question 8 for Maddie. Right, question 8. If you were born with the world's most common first name and surname, what would your name be? 1 point for each. And question 15. Name the 3 most recent vice presidents of the USA, including the current one. Again, 1 point for each. That was question 15. Is that everybody? Okay, I'm going to go through. I'll go through the answers now. Yeah, I'll go through the answers now then. So 1 point for each correct answer. Let me know the team scores and your team name in the comments when I get through this list. Aaron says, May infamy is the way to raise the viewing figures. May infamy? I don't know about that, mate. They've all got it in for me. Oh, no, he didn't. Oh, thanks, I'm here twice a week. Right, here we go with the answers. Please explain to me what you mean by that, Aaron. I'm intrigued. Now I've made that horrible joke. Right, question 1. Who famously lives at 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue in Washington, D.C.? The President of the USA. That is the address of the White House. So you could have put Donald Trump for the current one, or just the President, because, you know, that's the White House. Okay, question 2. Louisville, Albuquerque, and Baltimore are the most populated cities in which American states? It is Kentucky, Louisville. Albuquerque is New Mexico, and Baltimore's in Maryland. Boom, boom. Thanks, Vanessa. Oh, dear. Right, question number 3. In which European countries can you visit Disneyland, Die Efteling, and Europa Park for 3 points? It is Paris, Holland, and Germany. Paris, Holland, and Germany, or, of course, the Netherlands instead of Holland. Question 4. Who is 5th in line for the British throne? It is Prince Louis of Cambridge. Question 5. Is a Danish landrace a type of dog, a pig, or a cheese? It is a pig. Question 6. What do American citizens call what we call an aubergine, a caretaker, and a drawing pin? come back to Owen's comment in a minute. Right, so an aubergine, a caretaker, and a drawing pin. An aubergine is an eggplant, a caretaker is a janitor, and a drawing pin is a thumbtack. So Owen says I nicked that joke from Carry On. Of course I did. Of course I did. Infamy, infamy, they've all got infamy. It's exactly where I got it from. Doesn't mean it wasn't funny. Oh dear. Okay, right. Question 7. Who is the only musician to have been awarded a Nobel Prize for Literature? It is Bob Dylan. Question 8. If you were born with the world's most common first and surname, what would your name be? It would be Mohammed Wang. Lee is the second most common surname in the world, and Smith is third. So 1 point for Mohammed and 1 point for Wang if you had the most common first name and surname in the world. Right, question number 9. Sarcophilus harrisii is the real name of which Looney Tunes character? That is the real name of a Tasmanian devil. Never said it was funny. Thanks, Owen. Yet you're still watching. All right, okay. Question number 10 now. Oh, Tara says, I think he meant that maybe being infamous would be a way to raise numbers. 1 glass of wine and he can no longer type. Monty and I have to compete on our own tonight. Oh dear. I don't know if I want to be infamous. John Smith, surely. I did say in the world, Sue, not in the UK. In the world, hence why it's Mohammed Wang. It was Frankie Howard in Up Pompeii. There you go. Yep. Oh, come on. All right, your next question then. Sorry, number 9, by the way. Again, I'll say that. Tasmanian devil, or Taz. Question 10. The chemical symbols of which 5 elements spelled that phrase? It is scandium, uranium, metnerium. I'm going to put them all in the comments. Tungsten and astatine or astatine. Here you go. There's the 5 ones. If you got any of those, you get 1 point for each. It's out of 32. Jacqueline's lost audio. Has anybody else? Can you hear me okay? I'm just going to tell her to leave and rejoin. What am I being asked to spell? Hold on. Out of 32 points. I've got some more comments coming in. All good. Okay, all right. So yeah, just maybe is okay. Yeah, Jack is going to leave and rejoin. Okay, so I might have to repeat some of the answers, but that's okay. We got time. We got time. Right. Question 11 then. Question 11. In the literary world, what were Dr. Watson, Dr. Frankenstein, and Dr. Jekyll's first names? They are John Watson, Victor Frankenstein, and Henry Jekyll. The chemical ones get harder every time, I know. Yeah, they absolutely do. Yeah, good. I'm glad you can hear me okay. Right, your next question then. Let me see. Question number 12 now. Put these chili peppers into the correct order with the hottest first. The Naga Viper, the Carolina Reaper, and the Moruga Scorpion in the correct order. I'm going to need a sign, and before I do that, I'm going to need one of the scientists watching to tell me if it can be done any other way. That's the ones I've got. No, it doesn't look like it can. Alright, I'll come back to your comments in a minute. The correct order for number 12 are the Carolina Reaper at 2.2 million. The Moruga Scorpion is second with 2 million, and the Naga Viper is third with 1.4 million. So Carolina Reaper, Moruga Scorpion, and Naga Viper for 3 points in total. Right, let me see what these comments are saying. Good, most of you stay. Obviously, you can hear me. That's good. Out of 34 points. Yes, that's what I have here too. Thank you, Sarah. Question 13. True or false? On average, women blink twice as often as men. It is true. They do. Question 14. Question 14. Who are the three most recent Prime Ministers of the United Kingdom who did not attend Oxford or Cambridge universities? Gordon Brown, John Major, and James Callaghan, for 3 points. And question 15. Name the three most recent Vice Presidents of the USA. They are Mike Pence, Joe Biden, and Dick Cheney, for another 3 points. Right, what are we saying then with regards to this science one? The chemicals. Sulfur, copper, and then the rest. Sulfur, then copper. Okay, hold on. Let's have a look at this. So sulfur and copper, then MT, W, AT. How is that possible? Oh, because it's SC and then UM versus S. Hang on a minute. Really? Sulfur and copper works too? Pretty sure it can be done any other way, the chemical spelling one. 10. All right. Look, if you're all in agreement that that way works as well, I'm happy for you to have the points for it. Okay, that's fine. So give yourself 1 point for each correct chemical then. If you put sulfur and or copper, you can have the points instead. It's still out of 5 points anyway, so that's fine. Jacqueline is back. Jacqueline, do you need me to repeat any of the answers so that you can mark your own scores there? And I'll read out the others that are coming in while I do that, and I'll look out for your comments. Right, okay, so 20 points. Or can I repeat the answer for number 4? Yeah, that was Prince Louis of Cambridge. Okay. Here we go then. 10 points for Vanessa, 22 for Tegan, 20 points for Maisie and Willow. Six Fingered Freaks, 25 points. Kings and Queens got 17 in total. 19 for Tracy, 17 for Tres Amigos. Oxford and Phoenix Collective, 21 points. Gemma Crew, 21. 19 for Cold Confusion. Aaron says, I've been snaked here. Of course you can. Get you on my Skype or Zoom. Oh, you're talking about joining teams. Okay. You think, yeah, okay, Cell Musketeers think sulfur and copper work as well, that's fine. Para Nurse, 20 points. 26 for Blackpool Bar Stewards. Barking Dogs have got 21. Quiztal Maze have got 28. Thank you for that. Jacqueline, let me know which ones you want me to repeat. 16 for Ronnie and Lou, well done. GeForce, 25. Quizn't She Lovely, 28. That's a nice team name. 22 points for Sophie Reynolds. Owen says, I ate a Carolina Reaper once. I will never do it again. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I don't think I'll be doing that in a hurry. Oops, says Rachel. Very poor 7. Our Donuts have scored 21. 28 for Monty's Minions. Doom Radley's 21. On my own, James says 23. Inquisitors, 28 points. Cross Atlantic, 19 points. 22 for Quizdle, Tips and Alistair. 25 for Aberdeen Atoms Korfball Club. 25, not too shabby. House Winos, 21. Devices Duo, 23. 16 for Team Bath. 14 for Team Danger. 30 for Cell Marketeers. 25 for Let's Get Quizzical. 15 for June. Well done, June. Freddy's Ficos, 27 points. Yorkshire Puds, 19. A poor 11 for Lorna. Those are her words, not mine. 24 for Thunderhorse. 17 for Quarantinis, 20 for Half a Dozen, 28 for Back in Black. Looks like 28's the top score so far. 22 for Real Friends. From 10 to 15 if I have time, but don't worry. Okay, I can quickly do that. I don't know. Is Dragon's Breath Chili a natural one? Maybe that's a different one. I don't know. Maybe that's a crossbreed of chili and therefore not classed in the same class. I don't know, Helen. But of those 3, which was the highest in order? That's the question, right? Linda, I bet he nearly died. I bet he did. Some people have died from eating chilies too hot. And that is too hot, so I'm amazed he's still with us. Lee had a Carolina Reaper 2, smashed it after smashing the porcelain. Oh my goodness. 10 points, says Vanessa. Oh, you're hard, says Aaron. That, by the way, Aaron, that is my favourite GIF. Pretty much my favourite GIF of all time. I love that one. I love situations where you can use it. Right, so Charlotte says, tonight's topic are watching Jurassic World and have scored 27. Now we must run away or be eaten by velociraptors. Yeah, we've been introducing the kids to the Jurassic movies. They've seen the first two so far, Jurassic Park and Jurassic Park Lost World, Jurassic Park 2. So yeah, we'll carry that on at some point. Claire says, is there anyone local to Didcot and maybe furloughed or have a few hours free late afternoon or evenings for a few hours on a weekend? I'm currently looking for a small team of volunteers to support me at Sophia. Wow, guys, yeah, I mean, you can see her comment there. We support them with donations, but they also need help with volunteers too. So if anybody is in the area and wants to donate some of their time, that would be amazing. So do get in touch with Claire. Oh, you couldn't find the Gervais one. Facebook is rubbish for GIFs, honestly. Twitter's much better. But Facebook, when you want to find the right GIF, oh, it's just rubbish. It's so slow and it hasn't got all of them. And it's a rubbish search as well. So I totally relate to that. Right, so quick repeat. There are 2 ways to do number 10 for Diva. There are scandium, uranium, metanarium, I'm not sure how you say that, tungsten and astatine. But you can also do, what was it, sulfur and copper, you said, guys? The literary world for the doctors, 11, was John, Victor, and Henry. For 12, it's Carolina Reaper first, then Maruga, then Naga. 13, it's True. 14, it's Gordon Brown, John Major, and James Callahan. And 15, it's Mike Pence, Joe Biden, and Dick Cheney. There's Claire's email address as well. I'll say hi to Archie as well. Hello to Archie from Vanessa. Yes, no problem. Oh dear, June, you overdid the chili. We had chili con carne from Sophia, funnily enough, tonight. Very, very nice. Okay, all right, let me move on then. I'm going to post the link to Sophia, so if you perhaps don't need to or can't donate your time, you could consider donating a bit of money towards their efforts. I've already explained what they do, but feeding 7,500 families across Oxfordshire and Milton Keynes is amazing in itself, and a great way to, you're welcome, Diva, it's a great way to stop food from being wasted by giving it out to people in the way they do. 16 points for Diva, well done. Right. The next round then, guys, is the sports round, but don't drop off if you really don't like sport, because round number 3 is TV and films, so hopefully you'll know a bit more about that if you're not sure on your sport. But I do occasionally now drop in a sports round, because I know there's a lot of people watching that would appreciate that. And there's a top fan question in here as well, so I will highlight that when we get to it. Top fans can suggest questions or question subject types, or indeed an entire round if they wish, via the top fan group. I'm not saying I'll guarantee I'll do it, but it will give me inspiration moving forward. So I will use them when I can. Okay, and one more time, there was the link for Sophia. And secondly to that, I will share as well in a bit my Patreon link too. So let's go on with the sports round now. Question number 1 in our sports round. Who has won the most singles Grand Slams between Roger Federer and Serena Williams? Who has won the most singles Grand Slams between Roger Federer and Serena Williams? Choose one, please. Yeah, Charlotte, I'll wake you up when we're done. Wake up! You never know. You often do quite well in the sports rounds, in fairness, until we get to football questions. But there's not too much of that in this sport round. In fact, there's really not much. I think there's only 3 questions connected to football. So question number 2. What does the abbreviation WR mean to Bill Beaumont? And indeed many other people, but that's how the question's worded. What does the abbreviation WR mean to Bill Beaumont? That's 1 point for each correct word. So 2 points for that one. And we we have broken the 100 mark. I don't know if I mentioned that already, but thank you all for attending. I really appreciate it, as does Sophia, the charity. That's them up there in the corner. The link will be shared multiple times throughout the evening and in the description once the video is posted. For those watching a repeat, I will put all the links you need in the description of this video. Right, question number 3 then. Speaking of those football questions, here's one for you. David Beckham is the co-owner of which Major League Soccer team? David Beckham is the co-owner of which Major League Soccer team? Bonus points for job title. For what? I don't know what you mean. I can't give you a bonus point if I don't know either. I don't think I would anyway, but do you mean number 3? I'd like to know what it is regardless. I can't give you bonus points, I'm afraid. Question number 4 for 3 points. Which 3 silly positions can be taken up by fielders in a cricket match? Which 3 silly positions can be taken up by fielders in a cricket match? Oh, for Bill Beaumont? No, but you can tell me what you mean, Aaron. Well, you can tell me what it is. Because that's probably why the name is in the question, right? I don't know. I don't follow the sport that's about. I nearly said it. This is what happens when people start to talk to me about the details behind a question. The amount of times live on a quiz show in the pubs, I've accidentally said part of or the entire answer over the microphone. Keep tricking me. These pesky quiz goers. I don't know. I kid. Right, question number 5. Which football coaches were called the Special One, the Tinker Man, and the Wally with the Brolly? Oh, I see. Okay, thank you. I get it on both counts. I see. Okay. Makes sense now. Okay, all right. So, yes, question 5 again. Which football coaches were called the Special One, the Tinker Man, and the Wally with the Brolly? 1 point for each. There is just one more football question, Charlotte, just so you know. Don't worry too much. Okay. Question 10. Question 6. Who was the first man to retain his 100 meters Olympic sprint title? For question 6, who was the first man to retain his 100 meters Olympic sprint title? One of the other things I want to talk about through the evening, as I mentioned before, was my Patreon. There's been a lot of you that have been getting your little quizzes over the last few days. If you're not aware of it, I record these on a platform called Limor, a short audio clip with 3 random trivia questions. And I do that every day typically, and then share it on Twitter and on Facebook to the top fan group. And if you become one of my Patreon members, you get to choose your own subject. And it's been quite a busy month since I just launched my Patreon for this month. But we've had some really interesting topics on little quizzes, and I hope you've been enjoying them if you've had them already, and if you haven't already, you will be soon. I'm doing all the Patreons in order. I'll explain a bit more about that after the next question. Question number 7 for 3 points. Whose Major League Baseball teams are the Red Sox, the Blue Jays, and the White Sox? Whose Major League Baseball teams are the Red Sox, the Blue Jays, and the White Sox? 1 point for each. Yeah, so I've been trying to go through the little quiz requests in the order based on how high a ranking Patreon member you are. So the top Patreon members, at the top tiers I mean, have had theirs first, providing they've given me what their subject is, and then going down through the tiers. So I'm halfway through the Top Fan Plus level now. And then the top fans at the lowest level will be next. And then it will be the turn of those who won Play Your Cards Right, because you also get a little quiz in return for that. So don't worry if you haven't had yours yet. I'm keeping track of it all. And I'm almost halfway through the list. I've got enough to go through till the 21st of the month. So there's plenty to be doing. It's been a lot of fun. Let me know what your subjects are if you haven't already, please, before it's too late. Question number 8 now. Question 8. This is a top fan question and it's for Tracy. So here we go. Question 8. Which WWE wrestler had a streak of 21 WrestleMania wins in a row, and which wrestler finally beat him at WrestleMania 30 2014? 1 point for each. Which WWE wrestler had a streak of 21 WrestleMania wins in a row, and which wrestler finally beat him at WrestleMania 30 in 2014? Shocking the WWE wrestling world, I believe. I mean, I was, and I know a lot of other people were. Tegan says, we're just having a chat at home. How many screens are in front of you? The votes are 2 and 4. Interesting question. Technically, I've got 3 because but I'm only using 2. I use 3 when I've got my music rounds playing and I'm doing Family Fortunes rounds, because I have all my sound effects and music on my DJing laptop. And actually, no, I've got my phone as well. I've got my phone, I've got my Chromebook, and I've got the monitor it extends to. So there's 3. On music round days and Family Fortunes round days, I've got 4 because I've got my other laptop. So if you're counting the phone, it's 3. There you go. Maybe I'll send a picture of my setup one day and put it in the Facebook group if you're really interested. So when I'm looking over here, that's where I'm reading the questions and the answers. When I'm looking down here, I'm looking at the comments. See? Because I can't see them all on my phone. It's too small a screen to keep scrolling back through them all. June reckons I had 2. Close. Oh, Tracy, I'm glad you like that. Amy says 2. Yeah, see, no, it's 3. My Chromebook is underneath my phone. So that's why I'm looking down there as well. Question number 9. Which 2 countries have never won the Six Nations tournament? Which 2 countries have never won the Six Nations tournament? That might be a sore subject for some people watching. Maybe. Yep. I have a setup like this for my day job as well, because I'm often on calls and I've got 2 screens and lots of things going on, so I just keep it going. It just works for me. Right, your next question. Question number 10. Which is the only professional American football team based in New York State? Which is the only professional American football team that is based in New York State? Sarah, what's with the tears? The Six Nations question. Is it? I don't know. Don't like seeing sad faces here. I'll tell you what I haven't asked for. I haven't been asking for likes and hearts and all those good emoji reactions. I can't see them. I don't know what's going on with Facebook, but I can't see them. But if you could do them for Sophia, please, and all the hard work they're putting in lately. I forgot to ask for that earlier on. Please do give lots of likes. If you're watching on your phone, you can do that quite easily. But just tap the like button or the heart button if you don't mind. I have been showing you my glass. It's just not been going down enough yet, but it's slowly, so I topped it up. It's got the Thunder Horse Quiz Team logo on it. It says Thunder Horse down here. The picture is in the album on the Facebook page. A very kind gift. And there's a live unboxing video I recorded as well. So you can check that out on the channel as well. That's right on the Facebook page as well. Oh, Sarah, I had no idea. Oh, I'm so sorry. Okay, question 11 now. In which sport would you wear a plastron? In which sport would you wear a plastron? Plastron. Yeah, I knew they'd sent me something because they had to ask for my address, which I was a bit cautious about giving out, given the fact it's Thunder Horse and we've got a history. I'm just winding them up, but I did, and I'm very glad I did. So yeah, it was a very nice surprise when that came through the post. It is very cool, June. Absolutely, I'm very grateful. Question 12 now, question number 12. Which is the heaviest between a baseball and a cricket ball? Which is the heaviest between a baseball and a cricket ball? I tell you what's not fun. It's not fun being hit by a cricket ball. I had that before. That is not fun. I wasn't even fielding in a silly position going back to the previous question. I was quite far away. One time I got hit on the shin. Couldn't walk for at least a couple of days. Horrendous. And people say it's a boring sport. Honestly. I haven't played it for years, mind you. Maybe that's why. Question 13 now for 3 more points. Which heavyweight boxers were nicknamed Iron Mike, the Haymaker, and the Real Deal? Which heavyweight boxers were nicknamed Iron Mike, the Haymaker, and the Real Deal? 1 point for each. So questions 14 and 15 are going to be for 3 points each as well, just to help Sarah out, because I know you're helping me by keeping the track of the points. Oh, Robert got hit in the face, forgot to duck. Ow! My dad's been captain of the local village cricket team, well, he was for many, many years, and he's got a chipped tooth where he got caught in the face when he was batting once. Very dangerous, I tell you. He was wearing a helmet as well. God knows how it got through. But yeah, Robert's been hit in the face with a cricket ball too. Yeah, I imagine Rounders ball would probably hurt an awful lot, but you can't get the same power behind. Although it's still awful to be hit with one, you get more power hitting a cricket ball than you would hitting a Rounders ball because you use both hands, and yeah, I'm pretty sure you get more power behind it. But still, yeah, dangerous. Not as dangerous as boxing, mind you. Question 14, moving on. Put these Formula One drivers into the correct order with the most World Drivers' Championships won first. Sebastian Vettel, Ayrton Senna, and Lewis Hamilton. Put these Formula One drivers into the correct order with the most World Drivers' Championships won first. Sebastian Vettel, Ayrton Senna, Lewis Hamilton. Oh, Charlotte has as well. Not nice. No. Horrendous. Thank you, by the way, for those of you who have been sharing the quiz, and indeed sharing any of my posts. I do see the fact you do. I get a notification sometimes saying that somebody shared one of the live videos whilst it's live, but depending on what your privacy settings are, I can't always go and react and say thank you directly on the post. But just know I do get a notification to say you've done it, and I really appreciate it, because ultimately you're bringing more people to watch, potentially, raising awareness of the quiz, which means more people could potentially be donating to Sophia, and then of course to our Thursday charity. Speaking of that, I've got something else to say, which I will do after the next question. So question 15 for a final 3 points. Which nations are the 3 most recent sides to lose in the FIFA Men's World Cup final? Which nations are the 3 most recent sides to lose in the FIFA Men's World Cup final? 1 point for each. Charlotte says, I was hit in the face with a hockey stick, age 13. My front 2 teeth are still falsies now. Sexy. Eesh. Man alive. You know, I don't know what the fallout was from that in terms of what happened to the person that did it to you, but I reckon in America that person would have been sued, or the family would have been sued by your family, because that sounds horrific. 14, you need clarification. The Formula One drivers in the correct order with the most World Drivers' Championships won first. So that person has won the most championships individually. So not for necessarily the team they're racing for now, just in general. Which of those three has won the most, going down to the least? So Vettel, Ayrton Senna, Lewis Hamilton. Sebastian Vettel, Ayrton Senna, Lewis Hamilton. Let me know if you need more. I'll try and clarify further if I need to. Golf balls hurt too, Owen says. Ugh, I bet. Just being hit in general hurts, let's be honest here, guys. Why people would go into things like boxing and MMA, I don't know. Although I do, in fairness, I don't mind watching it every now and then, but then that's their choice. If they want to go into a ring of any shape and get hit for a living, that's their own fault. But I don't mind watching it. My wife doesn't like it at all, but I just keep telling her, look, it's their decision. It's their decision. If they want to go in and risk their lives, then so be it. Right, 1 and 11. Mark says loads of countries haven't won Six Nations. Obviously, the question is referring to the ones that participate in the tournament. Of the Six Nations. Hope that's clearer now for you. Emma wants 1 and 11 repeated. That's fine. Question 1. Who has won the most singles Grand Slams between Roger Federer and Serena Williams? And question 11. In which sport would you wear a plastron? Oh yeah, Tony says ask Charlotte where her gum shield was. I bet she never forgot to wear it again. Yeah, Amy says this is basically why I avoid sport. Yeah. James wants 15 repeated again. Which nations are the 3 most recent sides to lose in the FIFA Men's World Cup final? In the actual final, please. 3, 4, and 5. Yeah, 3, 4, and 5 for June. So question 3. David Beckham is the co-owner of which Major League Soccer team? It is... nearly said the answer. David Beckham is the co-owner of which Major League Soccer team? Question 4. Which 3 silly positions can be taken up by fielders in a cricket match? Question 5. Which football coaches were called the Special One, the Tinker Man, and the Wally with the Brolly? Question 10. Question number 10 was, which is the only professional American football team based in New York State? Maddie says, I hit myself round the head with a rounder's bat and thought for years it was the ball that hit me until someone who had been there told me, oh my goodness, you didn't want to do that. 6 and 10. Okay, I've just done 10, so I'll do 6. Who was the first man to retain his 100 metres Olympic sprint title? Chippy says, quality round, mate. You're welcome. Glad you enjoyed it. Out of 28, Andy says. 28 points this round is out of. Out of 29, I think, Chris. Andy says out of 28. All right. Jenny wants 15 repeated, and Maddie wants 15 repeated again. Which nations are the 3 most recent sides to lose in the FIFA Men's World Cup final? James says, I've treated patients with squash ball, cricket ball and tennis ball injuries and also Nerf gun bullet injuries. All patients had eye injuries. Ugh, goodness me. Doesn't sound good at all. Right, yeah, what I was going to say on... Oh, Tegan says, would love an equestrian horse riding question the next sport round. Yeah, we do sometimes have those. I'll see what I can do. What I was going to say, on Thursday, or the week before actually, we smashed a fundraising target for Secret Santa 365, our Thursday charity, and therefore I did a music round again the following week in return. I said if we raise at least £50, I would do a music round for the following Thursday as a reward for everybody, because everybody loves the music rounds at the minute, which is great. So we did that. I then said the same thing again this Thursday just gone, and I said if by the following day, by Wednesday, by midnight Wednesday, if we'd raise another £50 for Secret Santa 365, I'd do another music round for this coming Thursday. I'm sorry to say, we didn't hit the target at all. There was only one donation of £5 in the time window I set. So we will still obviously do a quiz, but I'm not now going to do a music round next week. I think the next one I do will be for episode 25, I think I was going to do. So, or maybe the one after that, just to kind of celebrate doing that milestone. So this is 23, Thursdays will be 24, the following Sunday will be 25, so I might do one for the Thursday after. I can't confirm or deny just yet, but that's what I'm thinking. But I won't be doing one for this Thursday, I'm afraid, guys. I would love to do them more often, but it does take a lot of effort to put them together, as I've said before. So for now, it's a new. We'll just do, maybe we'll do an Our Survey Says round on Thursday, though. We didn't do one today. Lots of injury stories coming in. Bill says, I once as a boy shot myself in the arm with an arrow. How did you manage that? You're going to have to tell me that story, mate. Robert says, I've also dislocated my little finger while playing cricket too. Or I had a spiral fracture down that finger from judo. And it wasn't even a cool story in a fight or anything like that. We were doing some warm-ups and somebody decided as we were running around the mats to kick my ankle out from underneath me, and it bent my finger right back. And yeah, spiral fracture all the way down. Never even heard of a spiral fracture until then. That's one of my injuries. There you go, it's my little story I can add to it. 29 points it's out of. Okay. Where are we? Where are we at to now? Completely lost my train of thought now we've spoken about all that. Should we go through, have we gone through the answers yet? Time for the answers, isn't it? What have we got here? Oh my goodness, there's so many stories, guys. So many stories in the comments. Broke both little fingers in netball match when you played for Hampshire. My older kid's dislocated his shoulder playing ice hockey. Ice hockey is dangerous too, man. The younger one has had 3 concussions in ice hockey. He's now basically done playing contact sports. Wow. All right, look, let's go through the answers for the sports round then, guys. Out of 29 points. Oh, Bill, I just caught a glimpse. Here we go. All right, I'll read the stories in a bit. Who has won the most singles Grand Slams between Roger Federer and Serena Williams? It is Serena Williams, 23 to Federer's 20. Question 2, what does the abbreviation WR mean to Bill Beaumont? It is World Rugby. 2 points there. 1 point for World, 1 point for Rugby. Question 3, David Beckham is the co-owner of which Major League Soccer team? Inter Miami. He is the co-owner of Inter Miami. Question 4, the 3 silly positions in cricket are silly mid-on, silly mid-off, and silly point. Neither of them, none of them, should you ever want to be in. It's basically put you about 6 foot away from the batsman, if not closer. Yeah, they call it silly for a reason, I guess. Question 5, which football coaches were called the Special One, the Tinker Man, and the Wally with the Brolly? It is Jose Mourinho, Claudio Ranieri, and Steve McLaren. Question 6, who was the first man to retain his 100 metres Olympic sprint title? That was Carl Lewis. Question 7, whose Major League Baseball teams are the Red Sox, the Blue Jays, and the White Sox? It is the Boston Red Sox, the Toronto Blue Jays, and the Chicago White Sox. Question 8, which WWE wrestler had a streak of 21 WrestleMania wins in a row, and who finally beat him at WrestleMania 30 in 2014? That was The Undertaker with the streak, and Brock Lesnar was the one to defeat him. The Undertaker was genuinely hospitalized as a result of a concussion during that fight, and he carried on. Yeah, so who says wrestling's fake, eh? Question 9, which 2 countries have never won the Six Nations tournaments that participate in it? It is Italy and Scotland. Sorry to anybody from those countries, sore subject. Question 10, which is the only professional American football team based in New York State? It is the Buffalo Bills. In case you're wondering, the Jets and the Giants both play at the MetLife Stadium, which is in New Jersey, not in New York State. Question 11, in which sport would you wear a plastron? It is fencing, because that is the name of the chest protector. Question 12, which is the heaviest, a baseball or a cricket ball? It is a cricket ball by a quarter of an ounce. So only just. Question 13, which heavyweight boxers were nicknamed Iron Mike, Haymaker and The Real Deal? It is Iron Mike Tyson. David Hay is the Haymaker, and Evander The Real Deal Holyfield for 3 points. Yeah, Owen says all very silly. Yeah, they are terribly dangerous positions to field in. Right, question 14, put these Formula 1 drivers into the correct order with the most World Drivers' Championships won first. In the correct order with the most first, Lewis Hamilton has had 6, Sebastian Vettel has had 4, and Ayrton Senna 3. So 3 points if you got them all in the right order there. And the final question, question 15, the nations that were the most recent to lose in the FIFA Men's World Cup finals. It is Croatia, who lost to France, Argentina, who lost to Germany, and the Netherlands, who lost to Spain. 1 point for each again. Tally up your scores. Let me go back through some of your comments. Oh, Charlotte says, I've broken 3 fingers at separate times playing cricket. It sucks. Oh my goodness me. Bill says he fired the arrow straight up in the air and stood there with my arms stretched out to prove it wouldn't hit me on the way down. I was wrong. Good Lord. Oh my goodness. Anna says, broke both little fingers in a netball match when I played for Hampshire. Flippin' heck. Lots going on. I have fielded in all 3 silly positions. Fair play, Robert. I have not. I was normally out on the boundary somewhere. Tara says, Aaron and I saw the Blue Jays play the White Sox when we were in Toronto a couple of years ago. Nice. Let me know if you need any more of those answers repeated, guys. And we'll crack on with the third round at TV and films. Get those scores coming in. I will share the donating link as well. Then we'll do that. There we go. There's the link for donating, guys. Maybe I'll share it again after this, once all your scores have come in. Here we go. Oh, Anna's not even posting your rubbish score. That's fine. I don't always insist on it at all. Really sorry. Can you repeat 1 to 7, please? I dropped out. Okay, here's the answers quickly for 1 to 7. So get ready to tick the ones you got right. Serena Williams, World Rugby, 1 point for each. Inter Miami, Silly Mid-On, Silly Mid-Off, and Silly Point. Question 5 is Jose Mourinho, Claudio Ranieri, and Steve McLaren. 6 is Carl Lewis. 7 is Boston Red Sox, Toronto Blue Jays, Chicago White Sox. There you go. Jacqueline's got 21 points. Hey, I know you like your sport. I've been finding this out over the last few little quizzes as well. It's very interesting. 29 points for Real Friends. Well done, Tracy. 17 for Maisie and Willow, which is 16 more than expected. Well done, Ed. But did you remember your PE kit, Ed, as we were discussing in the comments of a previous post? Honey says 24 points. 27 for Cell Marketeers. Gemma Crew, 20 points. 25 for Back in Black. 19 for Ronnie and Lou. Not too bad. 18 for Cross Atlantic. 26 for Quiztal Maze. 26 for Thunder Horse. 28 for Monty's Minions. 14 for Sophie, 17 for Cold Confusion at 50% capacity. Excuse me. 22 for Two Amigos. 23 for Blackpool Bar Stewards. Another poor score of 8 for Rachel. Never mind. Excuse me, guys. Barking Dogs, 19 points. Devisers Duo, 16 points. Worse than mine, 9, says Lorna. 23 for Let's Get Quizzical. 6 Fingered Freaks, 25. 7 for June, but I knew it would be bad. That's okay, June, don't worry. 18 for Quizdle Tips and Alistair. Would have been +2 if he'd listened to me. Oh dear. Oxford and Phoenix Collective, 24. 9 points for half a dozen. 13 for us, says Vanessa. Kings and Queens got 14, even though we know nothing about sport. Quite chuffed. Well, clearly you do know something about sport. We clearly know very little about sport, says Anna. Doom Radley's got 24. Freddie's Ficco's 23. Tracy, well, WWE question helped us score a huge 13 points. Terrible at sport. 29 out of 30 for the Inquisitors. Check you out. Songs in the Quiz of Life, 16 points. Haha, your team sucks balls. Chippy said, you're on the same team. Abingdon Atoms Korfball Club, 17 points. GeForce 24. On my own, 29. Very good. 14 for Quarantinis. 8 for Claire. That's Sophia there. 17 points for Team Bath. Sue says, thank you. You're welcome. Anna says, maybe a medical round. We would do better, please. All right. Well, if anybody's in the medical profession and also a top fan, then let me know in the top fan group, because I'll be asking for subject ideas there. So you can tell me there. So any top fans can have their requests in when I can. 27 says Phil, come on you Spurs. Absolutely, Phil. Football's coming back soon. Don't know if I want it to or not, but I'm going to watch it. 21 for Donuts. 32 for Angry Bucket of Frogs. Goodness me, that's a good score. Ed says, yes, I have my PE kit on. However, Maisie is doing it in her pants. Yorkshire Puds 19 again, 22 for House Winos. Tonight's topic scored a puny 18, but that's because you've been sat on by a brontosaurus. That's really going to put a cramp on your day. Andy says the accountant. Oh no, it's gone. The accountant gets the maths badly wrong. Back in Black got 27 instead of 25. Okay. Give up the fags, Chris. I gave up over 10 years ago. Thank you very much. It's because I do 2 hours worth of talking on an evening with nobody talking back. Matt Hillis, get your request in, please. I don't know what you mean there, but carry on. Oh, yeah, for those who've got top fan status, they can request medical rounds if they wanted to. There you go. Yeah, you can do that. Right, let me share the link one more time then for Sophia, and I'll share it again at the end. After this final round, which is TV and films, you're going to get yourself a picture round, which is called American Icons. It consists of famous buildings or landmarks in America, well-known actors and the American presidents they're playing, and also real American presidents, and you need to name their middle names as well. For extra points, okay? So you're going to get that posted in the group as a separate post soon after the quiz, and I'll also be posting for you the pizza post in the top fan group for those who want to be in with a chance of being the winner of a free pizza from the King's Head and Bells takeaway new service that's opened up. Now the pub is sort of open again for takeaway at the moment. So 13, says Vanessa. That's all right, don't worry. No problem at all there. Here we go. Then round number 3 is the TV and films round. TV and films round number 3. Let me just get this up here and we will carry on with that. Other thing is, as I mentioned earlier on, there's the link to my Patreon. If you want to go the extra mile and support my Patreon for a small monthly fee, you get lots of fun rewards in return every single month, including the Patreon only quiz night, which I'm going to be doing on Tuesday the 23rd, and then once a month thereafter. You get your own little quiz as well every month. You get into the top fan group. Loads of different rewards. Have a look, see which tier is right for you if you fancy joining that. We got 16 different Patreon members so far, which is fantastic. A great start to that membership. And so here we go with TV and films. Question number 1. I guess we could say this is technically another question for you, Tracy. Under what name did the actor Dwayne Johnson appear in his debut movie? Under what name did the actor Dwayne Johnson appear in his debut movie? What was he credited as? Charlotte's sharing the pizza emojis there. Yeah, look out for that. Only like the post if you want to be in the draw to win it. Don't just like it because we're doing it. If you like that post about the pizzas in the top fan group, it's telling me that you either live locally and want to win it, or you know somebody who lives locally and you'd like to donate it to them if they win it. Okay? And you have until midnight Wednesday to like it. And that's the cut-off point. Question number 2. Which Rolling Stones hit single was the title of a Whoopi Goldberg film? Which Rolling Stones hit single was the title of a Whoopi Goldberg film? For 1 point. Oh, why is the beer always gone? There is also, whilst I've got you here, there's one Patreon member who hasn't responded since joining to any of my messages asking if they'd like to be involved a bit more, because they're not in the groups, like I can see, and they haven't replied to my email, they haven't replied to the messages. So if you know Alexandra Epps, or if Alexandra is watching now, please do get in touch, either via Patreon, via email, on Facebook. I have been trying to get hold of you, and if you're not in the group, you're going to miss out on the quiz, and you're missing out on all the other benefits as well. So thank you for joining, but you are missing out. Just in case anybody knows who that is. Vanessa says, I love pizza. Oh, I love pizza too. I don't know if I'll be close enough. Spurs are playing on the 23rd. Owen, I know. I wanted to mention that. I don't know what to do, mate. We've already kind of confirmed the time for the quiz. We can watch the first 15 minutes and then maybe have it on in the background while we quiz. But it's just typical. The amount of times I've had to work on when Spurs are playing as well. I can't tell you, mate. Yeah, we'll talk about it. I can't really move the quiz. I don't think so, anyway. Might annoy a lot of people that are looking forward to that particular night. Question number 3 for 3 points. Put these comedy films into the correct order with the earliest released first. 1 point for each. Legally Blonde, Mean Girls, and Clueless. Put these comedy films into the correct order with the earliest released first. Legally Blonde, Mean Girls, Clueless. Is Noodles sat on the phone, Charlotte? Oh, no. Okay. Change the date, I don't mind. I know. I mean, maybe we could bring it earlier, in fairness, because it's the last week of the month, or almost the last Tuesday of the month. Maybe we will. I don't want to move it, though, if it means one person that said they could attend can't attend. Yeah. It will definitely be on in the background, I'm sure. I need to figure out how I can do that. I'll think about it. Maybe I'll shift it to a week earlier. Tony, you're right. Well, no, but this is the thing. Alexandra responded to the very first message, from the first message that went to her automatically from Patreon, and then never was to be heard of again. But I've also messaged via email and other means. So unless Alexandra's suddenly forgotten how to use any form of technology, I don't know, maybe she's just busy. Question 4, could be anything. Question 4, in Disney's Little Mermaid animation, what are the names of the crab, and yes it is a crab, for those who remember the previous quiz about that, the Sea Witch and the Prince? In Disney's Little Mermaid animation, what are the names of the crab, the Sea Witch and the Prince? This is from the original Disney animated movie, and there may have been other crabs, sea witches and or princes in other Little Mermaid cartoons, but we are talking about the original Little Mermaid movie. The name of the crab, the name of the sea witch, and the name of the prince, 1 point for each. I do hope, Tony, you can sort it out with Patreon. I really do. It's very strange. You can go on the website. You don't have to use your phone. Every now and then, if you're on another device, you can just go straight to the website instead of using the app. Oh, Lorna, you watched it last week? Come on, you've got it at the points here. Record it. It's fine, record it. Vanessa, are you talking about recording the football? Why would you do that? Not if you could watch it live. Apparently, with all the football, because nobody's allowed in the stadium, they're going to play FIFA video game football background noises and crowd noises throughout the match to make it feel like there's actually people there watching and cheering. Apparently. I don't know about that. Question 5. According to its TV ads, what was the makeup of makeup artists? What, according to its TV ads, what was the makeup of makeup artists? That's question 5. Shush you, Jack. Not if Spurs are on. Yeah, if they were playing Liverpool, you would, mate. Record it on a VCR. There you go, Franco. You've got it. Yeah. On a VCR. Those were the days. How annoying was it when you put a video in VCR player and you find out the last person to watch it didn't rewind it? Oh, hated that. Record Spurs. I know. It's hard enough having to watch it on Match of the Day if we've not had a good result. I try not to do that. Question number 6 now for 3 points. Which actors gave voice to Puss, Donkey and Princess Fiona in the Shrek movies? Which actors gave voice to Puss, Donkey and Princess Fiona in the Shrek movies? 1 point for each. Right, that beer is definitely gone. Have a think on that one. I'm going to get my next one. VCR, or the clock was wrong and it recorded the wrong thing. Oh, absolutely, Amy. Yeah, that too. And when you had those, when you had the video cassettes that you couldn't record over, so you had to put sellotape over the little square on the back of them, that meant that the VCR would then suddenly let you record over it. Remember that? Where are we now? Question number 7. Which film earned Heath Ledger a posthumous Oscar? Which film earned Heath Ledger a posthumous Oscar? For number 7. Oh, before I pour it, there's a better picture of it all, look. Thunder Horse. Question number 8 now for 3 more points. Question 8. Which 3 songs from the hit musical film Grease went to the #1 spot in the UK singles chart after the film was released? We've had a similar question to this before. Similar. Which 3 songs from the hit musical film Grease went to the #1 spot in the UK singles chart after the film was released? Yes, Tracy, you're right. Loads of people are like, what is this VCR thing? VCR, or it was an old tape and it was too fuzzy to watch. Yeah, that too. That mug is the bomb. I know, right? Isn't it? Frosted glass as well. That's proper. Spared no expense, guys, eh? Because I realised when I was watching the video back that I did of the unboxing of this very gift, which you can see my reaction to and everything on the channel, that some of you might have thought it was plastic because it's frosted in such a way. But no, it is proper glass. Can you tell I'm happy with it? Oh, June says, missed the end of the film as they extended an earlier programme. Oh, do you know what? Sky does that with Sky Plus. I bet Virgin does it with their recording service as well. That is still a problem to this day. Yeah, you can adjust it in the settings, but yeah, absolutely, June. Question number 9 now. Which film released in 2020 has grossed the most box office money so far? This is an interesting one, considering cinemas have been closed pretty much around the world through the pandemic. So which film released in 2020 has grossed the most box office money so far? You didn't skimp on me, no, Treebeard, I know. It's growing quite nicely. It's in like that next phase now, I think. It was kind of here before, and it was sticking out and really hard to kind of keep down, but now it's getting to that next phase where it's easier to keep in shape. That's a good sign, a very good sign. Only another 8 months to go. 8 months? Yeah, about 8 months left, right? Question number 10 now for 3 more points. Which 3 Star Trek The Next Generation actors have made guest appearances on The Big Bang Theory? Which 3 Star Trek The Next Generation actors have made guest appearances on The Big Bang Theory? 1 point for each. Name the actors. 1 point for each. Sky Q allows for time changes. Yeah, you can on Sky Plus or Sky HD, whatever the one before that was that we've got. You can go into settings and say record 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 minutes before and after each program if you wanted to. You can do that. But yeah, it was worse back in the days of VCRs and setting things. Read the beard. We need March to June picks for comparison. Well, Amy, funny of you to say that. If you were to follow me on my personal Instagram account, which is that, I put in the comments. If you go on Instagram and you look at that account, I've been taking almost every day a selfie to document it. And then at the end of the year, or when I've eventually done 365 pictures, I will then do a time-lapse video of every single picture. And then you'll see the whole thing. But yeah, if you want to go and have a look, right back to when it was clean shaven January 1st, it's all on my Instagram. There you go. But that's my personal one, so there's not much quiz stuff on there, but that's where that is. So yeah, thank you for asking. You can do that whenever you want. Question 11 now for 3 points. Name the 3 Marvel or DC comic book characters played by Josh Brolin on film. Name the 3 Marvel or DC comic book characters played by Josh Brolin on film. Speaking of Josh Brolin, we introduced the kids to The Goonies, one of my favourite films growing up. And of course, Josh Brolin's in that, and they totally confused the kids to see Josh Brolin as the young man he was in the 80s, and then say, that's the guy that was Thanos. I've just given you one of the answers, but hey, who cares? It blew their minds. With everything being digital, one would think that the digital recording thing would automatically record the entire program. I know that doesn't work with sports on the regular. Yeah, I don't understand that. I reckon there must be a way to do that. There must be a way to do that. It's ridiculous, but you still find it, you know, with advert breaks and special announcements in between. Yeah, One-Eyed Willie, exactly. Yeah, the kids found that quite hilarious. Question 12 now, question 12. Which character from Family Guy shares his name with an American football team? Which character from Family Guy shares his name with an American football team? Anna says, love the Goonies. Yes. Oh, hello. Picture's gone all fuzzy on the feed, hasn't it? That's interesting. I hope it's not for you guys as well. I'm just going to refresh that and come back to it. Hopefully you can all still see me nice and clearly. Well, that's better. No, maybe not. Okay, well, we're almost finished anyway. Hopefully it's not too bad for you. Don't know why it's gone like that. Hopefully it's not for everybody and it'll sort itself out. Question number 13 now. Which 2 films have earned Renee Zellweger a Best Actress Oscar? Which 2 films have earned Renee Zellweger a Best Actress Oscar? 1 point for each. Yeah, we're going through a phase of introducing the kids to movies they haven't seen. Is the sound still okay? Because it's fuzzy for me as well. I'm just looking at the feed from what you can see. I think it's sorted itself out now, though. I can repeat stuff if I need to, okay? Yeah, just my connection. Very strange. All right, question number 14. Which movie characters with a colour in their name were played by Brad Pitt? Which movie characters with a colour in their name were played by Brad Pitt? And sorry, Brad Pitt, Pam Grier and Gary Oldman. This is a 3-point question, my bad. Which movie characters with a colour in their name were played by Brad Pitt, Pam Grier and Gary Oldman? Movie characters with a colour in their name. 1 point for each. That's fine. I can repeat. It all seems fine now, so I'll just say in the comments for those who can't hear. Looks like some of you might have refreshed the feed and come back, so that's fine. Again, anything you miss, I'll repeat. Question 15, the final question. Before I do those repeats, in which movies does Tom Hanks play prison guard Paul Edgecombe, Caucasian national Victor Navorsky, and bookstore chain owner Joe Fox? Insert conspiracy theory here about some organisation trying to thwart the quiz. Yeah, do you know what? I've been doing a bit of research into other quizzes out there at the moment. And I found one that was set up during the pandemic that's got the same name, give or take a word, as mine. Oh, I was not happy. I mentioned this thing last week, but yeah, this one was first. This one was first. Question 15 once more. In which movies does Tom Hanks play prison guard Paul Edgecombe, Caucasian national Victor Navorsky, and bookstore chain owner Joe Fox? 1 point for each. Let me know what ones you need repeated, please, guys, because I know the visuals and the audio dropped out there. But I will go back and repeat what you need me to. Everything seems to have cleared up, but some people haven't come back, and that's fine. It's just gone 9:30 now, so that's the kind of time we normally aim to finish. I'm sure we will need to do some repeats. Let's just see what you say. You lost signal about question 11. Okay, let me just go through those again. I'll go through 11 through 15 again for you, okay? Rachel, I'll come back to the early ones. I'm going to go from 11 again, and then I'll come back to the earlier ones. So question 11, name the 3 Marvel or DC comic book characters played by Josh Brolin on film. Name the 3 Marvel or DC comic book characters played by Josh Brolin on film. That's 11. Question 12, which character from Family Guy shares his name with an American football team? Which character from Family Guy shares his name with an American football team? Question 13, which 2 films have earned Renee Zellweger a Best Actress Oscar? 1 point for each. Question 14, which movie characters with a colour in their name were played by Brad Pitt, Pam Grier and Gary Oldman? Nobody's asked for 15, that's okay, I'll go back now. Okay, so Gary, 1 and 2. Question 1, under what name did actor Dwayne Johnson appear in his debut movie? Under what name did actor Dwayne Johnson appear in his debut movie? Question 2 was which Rolling Stones hit single was the title of a Whoopi Goldberg film? 4, 6 and 7. Question 4, in Disney's Little Mermaid animated film, what were the names of the crab, the sea witch and the prince? 6, which actors gave voice to Puss, Donkey and Princess Fiona in the Shrek movies? 7, which film earned Heath Ledger a posthumous Oscar? 9, which film released in 2020 has grossed the most box office money so far? Question 15, again, in which movies does Tom Hanks play prison guard Paul Edgecombe, Caucasian national Victor Navorsky, and bookstore chain owner Joe Fox? That's okay. Just put any more specific numbers you want in the comments. I've now repeated all the ones I've been asked to repeat. 15 again. Okay. In which movies, for question 15, does Tom Hanks play prison guard Paul Edgecombe, Caucasian national Victor Navorsky, and bookstore chain owner Joe Fox? Yes, James, we're just at the end of the final round. Thank you for joining us. Guys, make sure you're following Keep Calm and Listen In, the Facebook group. because there's great music played there from time to time. A little less often now because James is moving on to the real world of radio DJing on Expat Radio 2, I believe it's called. James, feel free to share the links in the comments, mate. You always do the same for my quizzes, so feel free to share the links that people need in here. We love what you're doing, mate. Can't wait to hear you on proper radio where the Facebook police won't clamp down on you. Question 15 is for 3 points because there's 3 different movies that he played those characters in. Linda's asked for number 5. Question 5, according to its TV ad, what was the makeup of makeup artists? 12 was which character from Family Guy shares his name with an American football team? 13, again, which 2 films have earned Renee Zellweger a Best Actress Oscar? 1 point for each. Question 14, which movie characters with a colour in their name were played by Brad Pitt, Pam Grier and Gary Oldman? And yeah, I think that's it. Thank you for coming back for those who had to refresh the feed. I think it was my end. So once it sorted itself out here, everybody else's was. But if you refreshed, welcome back. And hopefully you've heard all the repeats you need now. Right, so I think we'll go through the answers then. Remember, I'm going to be sharing a picture round very soon, so your quiz isn't over yet. Have a look at the picture round as a new post, and the pizza post is going to be shared in the top fan group. Only like it if you want to be in the draw to win that free pizza from the King's Head and Bells takeaway. The draw will be on Thursday's quiz, live at the start of the show, but the entries close at midnight on Wednesday, so like that post, PDQ, please. There is more than 3 valid answers for question 10. Oh, interesting. I'll tell you what, when I get to the answers and I read out the 3 I've got, if you can then put in the other ones that you know of, we'll have a quick look. Yeah, Andy, you're right. If the topics don't suit people, then it's always going to be harder, but that's why I change them up all the time and I mix it upwards as often as I can. Keep it different and change it all the time. Right, here we go with the answers, everybody. Yeah, okay, that's fine. If there's more for 10, we'll talk about it when we get through the answers. Okay, under what name did actor Dwayne Johnson appear in his debut movie? For question 1, he was billed as The Rock, because Dwayne Johnson was the wrestler The Rock. Question 2, which Rolling Stones hit single was the title of a Whoopi Goldberg film, Jumping Jack Flash? Question 3, put these comedy films into the correct order with the earliest release first. Now the 3 you had to choose from was Legally Blonde, Mean Girls and Clueless. In the correct order, earliest first, Clueless in 1995, Legally Blonde in 2001, Mean Girls 2004. Question 4, in Disney's Little Mermaid animated movie, the names of the crab, the sea witch and the prince were Sebastian, Ursula and Prince Eric. Question 5, according to its TV ads, what was the makeup of makeup artists? It is Max Factor. Question 6, the actors who gave voice to Puss, Donkey and Princess Fiona in the Shrek movies. Antonio Banderas played Puss in Boots, Donkey was Eddie Murphy, and Princess Fiona, Cameron Diaz. Question 7, which film earned Heath Ledger a posthumous Oscar? It was The Dark Knight. He won that Oscar for Best Supporting Actor, but obviously he sadly died following the release of the movie. Question 8, which 3 songs from the hit musical film Grease went to the #1 spot in the UK singles chart after the film was released? Summer Nights, You're the One That I Want, and then Tears on My Pillow, which I believe was a hit from Kylie Minogue covering that song. Best Supporting Actress for one of them. Okay, Claire, that's fine. You get a point for each then. I will inform the boss man who wrote this round. Helen says there are a lot of Star Trek cameos, but only 3 from Next Gen. Yeah, so the key there is Next Gen. If they're not from the Next Generation crew, then it doesn't count. So thank you for clearing that up, Helen. Maybe there's something neither of us knows about. We'll find out now, because I'm coming up to that question. Donkey was so well cast. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, totally agree, Owen. He's brilliant in that. Shame Eddie Murphy's live action movies haven't been that good, though, in recent years. Question 9. Which film released in 2020 grossed the most box office money so far? It was Bad Boys for Life, which annoyingly was the 3rd Bad Boys movie. You'd have thought if they'd have done 3, they might have done 4, and then Bad Boys for Life could have been number 4. They really missed a trick there, right? But no. Bad Boys 3, aka Bad Boys for Life. Question 10. Which 3 Next Gen characters, Star Trek Next Gen actors, have made guest appearances in The Big Bang Theory? So the 3 I've got here are Will Wheaton, Wesley Crusher, Brent Spiner, who played Data, and LeVar Burton, who played Geordie LaForge. So those are the 3. If you think there's more from Star Trek The Next Generation, put them in the comments. I'm going to carry on, and maybe we can work out between us if there's more. Question 11. Name the 3 Marvel or DC comic book characters played by Josh Brolin on film. They are Thanos in the Avengers movies, the MCU, Cable in the Deadpool movies, and he also played Jonah Hex for another point there. Question 12. Which character from Family Guy shares his name with an American football team? It is Cleveland Brown. Patrick Stewart, question mark. George Takei's Star Trek original series, not Next Gen. Patrick Stewart, though, I didn't know he was in Big Bang Theory. Do some research, guys. If Helen and whoever else is looking into this for me, please do check those out while I go through the rest of these answers. I'm pretty sure I know if Patrick Stewart was in it, though. I've seen the others. Okay, all right. Question 13. Which 2 films have earned Renée Zellweger, let's just say, an acting Oscar for that question? Judy in 2019 and Cold Mountain in 2003. 1 point for each. Jonathan Frakes voiced in it, did he? The question says made guest appearances. Appearances kind of implies they appear on screen rather than just voicing anything. Keep talking about it though, guys. Happy to adjust this. Question 14. Which movie characters with a colour in their name were played by Brad Pitt, Pam Grier and Gary Oldman? That is Joe Black, Jackie Brown and Sirius Black. Joe Black, Jackie Brown and Sirius Black. And question 15. The 3 Tom Hanks movies are The Green Mile, The Terminal and You've Got Mail. Tally your scores up, guys. We're overrunning, so let's bring this quiz to a close. I'll share the link one more time and then we'll see how well you've done with your scores as well. First and foremost, once more time, there's a quick reminder of the Patreon link, and let me just bring up the Sophia link as well. Maybe some of you have found time to donate yet. No, that's fine. Here we go then. Here's the link for Sophia as well. Both links now there. Every link you need to do with the BigQuizNightIn and its charities are always put in the description during the video, and also I put the donation link at the end of the video. So please do donate generously to Sophia, and if you can go the extra mile, I would really love to have more people join my Patreon so that I can do more rewards for you, including the little quiz and the one-off or once a month quiz for Patreon only members. Here we go with the team scores that are coming in then. Diva's got 17 points. Well done, Jacqueline. 28 points for Cell Marketeers. Six Fingered Freaks, 21 points. Donuts have scored 20. Team Danger, 23. Gemma Crew report 14. 14, bit better this round. Well done, Rachel. Back in Black, 27 out of 32. Tracy's got 20. Cold Confusion. Oh, it skipped ahead there. Where are we? Cold Confusion, 25 points. Hashtag Boom Shakalak. 21 for Quizdle Tips. 21 for Maisie and Willow. Oh dear, only 16 for Para Nurse. 24 for Blackpool Bar Stewards. 20 for Let's Get Quizzical. That was hard. It's a good score though. 15 for Vanessa. Well done. Honey says 29 points and is very happy with that. Freddie's Ficco's 21, never good with TV and film. Oh, really? That's a good score. 23 for Two Amigos. Sarah says, not that up on which series they are. Good point. Yeah, okay, there we go. Star Trek. Oxford and Phoenix Collective, 24 points. Cross Atlantic also have 24 points. Interesting. Both teams with American and British teammates scoring 24 points. 22 for Lou and Ronnie. G-Force have got 20. Abingdon Atoms Korfball Club have got 26 points. Kings and Queens got 21. Love the Disney ones again, Chris. And of course I knew them. Of course you did, Alex, our Disney expert. Jenny Bath says 13 points. 20 for half a dozen. 26 for Sophie Reynolds. Well done. Barking Dogs, 18 points. 12. Useless tonight, but good quiz, Chris. You're welcome, June. Thank you for being here as always. 27 for Inquisitors. Thanks, Chris. Now I know it's Sunday. It's not for much longer. Devises Duo, 21 points. 23 for House Winos. Clive says, thanks for the quiz. You're welcome. We're back on Thursday night, guys, and the picture round will be shared soon, so don't go to bed just yet if it's the evening for you, wherever you are in the world watching this. Could you repeat question 12's answer? Of course. Question 12 was Cleveland Brown. Real Friends got 24. Great quiz again. Thanks a lot, Chris. You're welcome. Thunder Horse have got 26 points. And are the Cabinets playing tonight? No, I haven't seen them, mate. I haven't seen them. On my own, 18 points. Well done, James. That's all right. Yorkshire Puds have got 7. Hard luck, guys. Doom Radley's 26. Problems with our link to the American satellite. That's still a good score. 21 for Quarantinis, our best round tonight. Well done. We'll be doing completely different quiz rounds again on Thursday, no doubt. Owen will be working on Thursday, so only Ficco, no Freddie in the team. Oh, no. Okay, well, good luck, whatever you're doing. And Linda will be welcoming you on Thursday. 18, says Larry. Well done. I hope you can join me again on Thursday too, guys. Tight jeans, never fit. 14 points. Poor 10, says June. That's okay. I expected more, Mr. Bailey. Tonight's topic, blame the Triceratops in the kitchen for an underwhelming 21 points. Thank you for another fun evening, though, and look forward to the picture round. Yes, I would. It's good. Fab quiz, Jacqueline says, thank you. Great as always. I'll see you on Limor sometime soon, I'm sure. Tegan says, thank you. Another great quiz. Thank you, Chris. You're welcome, Nicola. Thank you, guys. Yeah, keep those comments coming in, guys. Oh, Suquizstition at 21 points. Good score. I'll come back and respond to your comments and give you likes and whatnot. And please do the same for these videos. Keep sharing and liking everything we're doing here because you're raising awareness for 2 important charities, particularly in the Oxfordshire area. And for Sophia, they cover Milton Keynes as well. So it is important that we keep doing that. And again, if you can go the extra mile, my Patreon is there for you and you will get rewarded for it. For your small monthly contribution, you will help grow the quiz. We can do more fancy stuff. I'll be able to afford to replace and improve on the technology I use to make things better and smoother and more interactive as things go on. Patreon members will also be delighted to hear that there are more new things coming that will be announced there first ahead of anywhere else. I recently announced there, and I'm not going to say it anywhere else. I've said it on Patreon, I'm going to say it here. I'm not going to tell anybody else outside this video. My YouTube channel is now live as well. So the BigQuizNightIn is now on YouTube. All you're going to see from there at the moment is the videos moving across from Facebook onto YouTube, so they're in both places to raise awareness. But it will change and things will be on there sometimes that aren't necessarily on here. The 2 quizzes will carry on in here, of course, though. I'm just figuring out what I want to do with it. But go over and subscribe there, please, to help the channel out, because it all helps to grow the Big Quiz Night In as a quiz night in general. So I would appreciate it. There's an exclusive for just 60 or so people still watching. I'm not going to post it anywhere else yet. So there you go. But keep those comments coming in. I'll be there responding to them throughout the rest of the evening, as well as posting that picture around very soon. It's been a pleasure as always, and I will see you same time next time for more of the same fun. Cheers. Good night.